Welcome to Den of Knowledge Basic 3 English Language class. Today we talk on a topic, use of auxiliary verb. Use of auxiliary verb. Now, you know what a verb is. A verb is an action word or a doing word. A verb is an action word or a doing word. Whatever you are doing, even now, is a verb. Alright, I say I don't want to do anything, I want to go and sleep. Sleeping is a verb. So anything you do is a verb. So for us, it's an action. Okay? Now, while we are saying that a verb is an action word, we say that example of verb is sleep, stand, jump, smile, cry, etc. All those things are verb, and we call them main verb. We call them what? Main verb. They are main verb because they are the main action you do. What are you doing? You say, I am eating. The main action you are doing is what? Eating. You are eating. That is the main action. What are you doing? I am running, or I want to run. Run is the main verb because it is the main action you are doing at that time. Now, there are still some verbs that you may not notice that they are verbs because they help this main verb to function well. Those verbs are the verbs we call auxiliary verbs, because there are verbs that help the main verb to function well. What is auxiliary verb? Auxiliary verb are verbs, or you say there are words that help the main verb to function well. The example, we have is, we have are, we have where, we have was. Now, do you know if I use is in a sentence, it can be is a verb, it can be a main verb, but majorly it will come before another verb. That verb is what we call main verb. Is the auxiliary verb, helping verb. Example, the boy is coming. The boy is coming. Now, you see that the verb there is. The verb there is. Is coming. Is coming. This one is the main verb. Now, this one is equally a verb, but we see it as what? The auxiliary verb. This one is the main verb because it's the main action. This one is also a verb, but you may not see it as an action. Mind you, it is a verb because it helps this one to function well. If you remove this one, you say, he coming. He coming. How does it sound? He coming. That's why you must put this one because it helps this one. Now, mind you, they have singular and plural auxiliary verb. There are some auxiliary verb you use when you refer to singular thing or singular noun. Why there are some auxiliary verb you use when you refer to plural noun. Example, is. Now I do it like this. I do it like this. Singular auxiliary verb, and we have the plural. The plural We have the singular auxiliary verb and we have the plural auxiliary verb. Now we have is. Is. We have, now we say he is coming. You will notice that the verb here is coming. Yes, we call it main verb. He is coming. We call it main verb. This is equally a verb, but you may not see it as an action. Mind you, it is a verb because it supports this one to function well. That is why is what? An auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb. That is. I hope you now get what auxiliary verb does in a sentence. It helps, it supports this main verb, you know, to function well. Now we have the singular verbs, the singular auxiliary verb and the plural auxiliary verb. The singular auxiliary verb help verb to function when it does with what? Singular noun. Example, a boy is singular. When a boy is performing an action, and then singular auxiliary verb will come and help the verb. But when two or more people, of course you know that is plural, are doing actions, now you don't use singular auxiliary verb to help the verb. No, you must use plural auxiliary verb. Example, let's say the singular, remember we are talking about auxiliary verb, the singular and the plural auxiliary verb. Where you have is like this. Remember, he is one. So you say he is singular. Therefore, you use singular auxiliary verb to help the verb. But when you say they, what do you use? You can't say there is coming. You must use the plural auxiliary verb of is, which is what? Are. So you say they are coming. Am I communicating? So there are other types of auxiliary verb we have. We have words. Words. Words is singular. You use it when you are making a statement of a singular noun. The plural of words is what? Where. We still have has. The plural of has is have. Now, these ones here are the singular auxiliary verb. You can use them to make a sentence. Example, was. You say, he was singing. He was singing. Okay, he, one person. Okay? How about when they are more than one? You say, they, you cannot say they were singing. No. You say, they were singing. They were singing. Okay? Has. Has. You don't say, she had been moving. How about when they are more than? You say, they have been moving. Alright. On that same note, we'll still look at, if you notice, you find out that there are some auxiliary verbs that do with present tense. There are some that do with what? Past tense. That means some auxiliary verb only supports verb that are present tense or present actions, while there are some auxiliary verb that only help verb that are past actions. Therefore, we have the present auxiliary verb. Remember, we're talking about auxiliary verb, present auxiliary verb, and past auxiliary verb, present auxiliary verb, and past auxiliary verb. Now remember, present auxiliary verb only supports present actions, while past auxiliary verb only support what? Past actions. If you mistake them, you are wrong. Example, remember, in present, is. Like when we said he is coming. He is coming. He is coming is present. Then the past of is becomes what? Was. That's why you say he was coming. He was coming. He was past. He was coming. We say another one. Are. Remember, are is plural. Now, how about are is plural that supports plural present verb? Plural present verb. Example, we are going to market. We are going to market. How about when it is not past? Maybe we have returned and say, what happened? We say, we were going to market. Maybe when you saw us, we were, because it's not past. We were going to market. So this were will only support past actions. Alright, we see other ones, like when you say has or have can be used presently, then the past of it is what? Had. Had. Like when you say Martins and Mary. Remember, have is what? Plural. Martins and Mary have been reading. Okay? Now, they have been reading. This one, you say Martins and Mary had read. Had read. Okay. We still use has. Like say Martins has been reading, because Martins is singular this time around. Alright. Hence, you can look at this and tell the works of this auxiliary verb. You can identify them. You can use them in different sentences. But make sure, be mindful, there are two things you have to watch. Before I use this auxiliary verb, is it singular or plural? If it is singular, then I have to use it to support singular verb. If it is plural, I have to use it to support plural verb. That's the first one. Now the second one is to check, is it present or past action? If it is present action and is singular, I have to use it to support singular present action. If it is plural and is singular, I have to use it to support singular what? Past actions. Okay, that is where we are going to stop. But before we go, I want you to do just one thing for me. Then make at least one sentence with is words. Are, where, has or have, had. Okay? And then you can submit it through the website you see over there, then of knowledge. I believe you can do it. Yes, you can do it. And then I'm going to see you next time, same place, then of knowledge. For now, stay tuned.